Hello everyone, today we're going to be starting a brand new series called What If Civilization Started Over? Quick disclaimer, this is a re-record of episode 1, just so that way it can be perfected for the mini-movie which will be coming out tomorrow. This is the second upload of Daily Upload Week, and I hope you guys like this video. Another quick disclaimer, this series is heavily inspired by the creator ADIZ Pro. He made the concept for this series, and you can find many other series like this one on YouTube. The core concept of this is civilization starting from one origin, and then others will emerge over time. Viewers can suggest ideas, but within realism, of course. But let's get straight into it. Humanity will start off in this little Omani coast, whatever it's called, and they're going to explore just a little bit. And this is a very small civilization. They don't know about the giant world around them. They only know about this little white area. And they're going to do a bit more exploring. They're going to go down this way. They're going to go around a little bit. And the reason that they're sticking to the coast is for fish, because that's like the only thing that they eat. But eventually we're going to see civilization spark up, and it's quickly going to just take over all of the explored lands in the world. After that, they're going to continue exploring, and they're going to set up their capital, which will be right where they all started. They're going to do more and more exploring, and they'll eventually reach around here and start seeing this northern coast. What? They're also going to explore down this way, and there's no conflict. It's just empty land besides this little area here. And there's an early stage population. I'm not going to say exactly what the population is because this is like your series. You guys can make the calls. But I'll say that they are around 100,000. I don't know if that's accurate for this time. I don't know. Red will only expand along the coast because, as I said before, fishing. And they're going to quickly have to start exploring a little bit more if they want more land to, have. But they go a little bit further inland now. I think this is the furthest inland they've ever gone. We're going to see some other major cities pop up. These aren't too populated. They're just kind of major. And also, just a quick disclaimer again, I'm sorry, but these major cities are probably not accurate to what's in the current episode, which is, at this point, episode 9. So, yeah, that's about it. Speaking of episode 9, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me down in the comments of this video or any video. But we're going to see another civilization form, and this civilization is not really liking this, northern expansion. Red hasn't expanded down south since they even had their capital, so they are going to go south. They're going to explore down south a little bit, and they're eventually going to make a settlement. This settlement is going to be right here, and they're going to also explore a little bit more. But now we have two civilizations on this map, and they really only have the Arabian Peninsula and coast. What? And this is not really the most desirable place to be. We got Europe to be in, we can be in, America, we could be in South America, the Darien Gap, Amazon rainforest, I don't know. But this little blue team over here is going to explore more, and eventually they'll reach down to this coast. They're going to see the Red Sea. This is the Red Sea. This is the Persian Gulf. They're going to see this area, and they're going to be like, is this a river or is it another sea? They're going to hop along here, and they're going to guess that it's a river, at least for now, because this little part here, it's really thin. But this is, in fact, a sea. Would it be a sea? It's called the Red Sea, so. But they're going to explore a little bit further inland, and they're also going to expand. So this small little country has reached this area, and this is where they have the most dense population. They're also going to explore a little bit further north, and for their capital city, they're going to place it right here. They also have some other major cities. They're right here and here. And these two, they don't really have any conflicts or anything. I don't think they can. There's nothing to conflict about, But this was a peaceful separation. They just didn't want to go north like red is. Instead, blue just wanted to stay south where it's really, really hot. Yeah. But blue is going to explore down the Somali coast, and they're going to make it pretty far until they have to come back. Actually, they're able to reach the Horn, so that's pretty good. But they're going to set up a little colony. I don't know if I would call this a colony, but there's going to be a little spot over here. inside of the Horn of Africa, and they're also going to explore a little bit further around this colony here, and once they're ready, they're going to set up another one right here, and these two colonies will meet up, and they are now in Africa. They're also going to set up a colony over here inside of the Horn of Africa, and this one quickly becomes the most populated. They explore a little bit further down south, and they also have to expand. We're going to see a major city pop up right here, and from all of the fishing in this like small little area here, they're going to discover this island. Moving back over to red, we're going to see them explore up to here, and they're going to find, well, Dubai. Obviously, Dubai doesn't really exist in this timeline, because that's artificially made. It would have sunk by now. And they're going to explore a little bit further inland, I don't know. And they're going to set up a colony up here. Red is going to set up a colony up here, and it's going to take over all of the UAE, and it's also going to reach over eventually and connect up with mainland red. Mainland? It's on the same land. I don't know. But it becomes really popular really fast, and we see two major cities pop up here. Turns out living on a peninsula is really, really good. I don't know if this is too realistic at the time, but also this probably hasn't really been established fully, but they're going to move their capital, and it's going to go up here to this first little major city, and this just turns into a major city. However, it is a very, very major city. From this little area right here, they're going to be able to reach over to here, where at Persian area, and they're going to be able to explore just a little bit, and eventually we're going to see a new little conflict happen. So after a bit of exploring, these explorers are going to set up a colony here, except it's not under red rule, and it is under this new country, green. Green is now a country, and we have 3 countries on this map. They're going to do some exploring up this Persian Gulfy area, and they're getting close to, like, the good stuff, you know? But obviously, since they don't know about that, they're not going to focus all their exploration up to here. Instead, they're going to focus it all around, and they're going to send some inland explorers. This is the furthest inland I think anyone has ever gone. They're also going to expand down eastward, explore, but they will expand down eastward as well, not too far. And they're going to expand a little bit to explore a little bit, After a bit more exploration happens in the west, because they're kind of done going east, they're going to reach they're going to reach Tigris, then they're going to reach Euphrates, and they're going to call the green government, go, hey, go up here. So green starts expanding up northward towards this Mesopotamian area, and they're also going to expand like this. They're going to go into this area, and for the sake of staying relevant to what episode 1 was, they're not going to follow the actual Euphrates and Tigris. Instead, we're going to have them follow what I thought Euphrates and Tigris was. Obviously, this isn't how it was. They go out this way. I'm sorry, I didn't know that, guys. But they're going to find this, and then they're going to claim this. Yeah, it's pretty simple. They're also going to expand down this way, and they claim all explored lands up here, and then they start just exploring around here. I'm not sure if the Caspian Sea is visible from right here, but we're going to say that it is, and they are going to find the Caspian and go, oh my god, we gotta expand up here too. And so they do. Green is also going to expand on their original land over here. I think these guys are the furthest inland that a country has gone. Oh yeah, definitely furthest inland. But like where their main area is, furthest inland, I think. It's time we do capital city for green, and it used to be here, but once they discovered not this, obviously it's this way, but whatever, they're going to place their capital city right here. So yeah. They're also going to have a few major cities around, for example, where their capital used to be, and also a few around this coast here. I don't know if this is too much or too little, but we're going to see a few happen over this way. I think this civilization is advanced enough to know how to do trade routes, so we're going to start up on a trade route. This trade route will start over here in blue, and it will go down through all of their major cities inside of the Yemen coast, and it's going to reach over to red over here. It's going to reach this southernmost major city, and it's going to go through all of these other major cities here. It's going to go up north and around, and it's going to meet over here, and then it's going to go up here. But it's at this point that this thing will split, and it will go up here, up north, and over here, as we also have trade routes going through all 3 of these major cities, and the next trade route will go through this way. And now we see it reach all the way up into Mesopotamia, and it will just zigzag its way through the major cities here. Now, is it dumb to have a completely open road to all your major cities in your most populated land? Probably pretty dumb. but that's irrelevant right now. In my opinion, I think red would benefit the most from these trade routes because they're the center of these trade routes. Like, there's green trading this way, and there's blue trading this way. So no matter what, if green wanted to trade with blue, they're going to have to go through red. And then if they want to trade with red, they're obviously just going to go to red, and vice versa with blue. I don't know if they're able to go this far at this time, but this is kind of enclosed water, technically enclosed. But we're going to see a sea route go through here, and it's going to reach around here and go into this major city. This is a little zigzaggedy. I know, that was on purpose. I'm not that shaky. But through these trade routes, red gets word of these Mesopotamian lands up here, and they're like, yo, I want a piece of that. So they're going to explore this way. I'm not sure what else they would do in this situation. They're also going to expand down this way. They're going to take all of Qatar, and they're going to continue exploring up north over here because they do know that this is a gulf here because, you know, you can see across the water. And also I bet there's been, like, trade from, like, this over to, like, trade like this, maybe not trade, but like this or something. So they do probably know that this is a gulf here, so they can know that eventually they'll reach up here. Hopefully, is what they're like, please, it better reach up there at some point. But this is going to expand further and further until you're like, yo, what's up, green? But they're going to go a little bit further inland with this exploring, and that will set up for a good pathway for them to expand. And this is going to be a very, very important moment in history. Two countries now border each other. Red is going to expand a little bit further inland, but their expansion is put to a halt because, well, they probably shouldn't be expanding this fast, this much, at such a young and prehistoric, I don't know if that's a good word to use in this situation, but prehistoric age. And another reason they're going to have to put this to a halt is because there's some settlers over here from blue. These blue settlers are going to go up this way, and they're going to go through red territory and pick up people all along these trade routes, and they're eventually going to reach the capital of red, and they're going to go through green, and they're going to pick up more and more people, as these people are all trying to go north because they know how hot it is down here, and they're picking up people, obviously from blue, but then they went through red and picked up people, and went through green to pick up people. And yes, it is true that people have noticed that it gets aggressively hotter from blue all the way up up here in northernmost green compared to up down here in southernmost blue. It is very, very big difference. This is colder, this is hotter. So they are making the assumption that it's really, really cold up north, and they want some cold stuff. But from here, they're going to explore up north, and they're not going to do much else. It's going to go through the Caspian over here, and they're going to follow this river. I'm not sure exactly where this river is, but we're going to say that it's right here. So this river is going to go through here, and they're eventually going to meet with the Black Sea, and they're going to be like, oh my god, there's an entire other sea. And they're going to quickly explore through all of this. And we're going to see the infamous Orange team show up as a new country here. I'm not sure if they originally looked like that, but they did do all of this in one go. That's one specific thing that I remember. And they are very, very big for this time, and they are very, very inland as well. And this is also the Caucasus Mountain area, so just keep that in mind. Obviously, these people can traverse mountains. They've discovered mountains before. I believe there's mountains over here where Euphrates and Tigris technically are, according to episode 1 me. And I don't know where else there would be maybe over here there's mountains, but they do know how to traverse mountains. They're not that dumb, and we'll see them slowly but surely grow in the next time. Quick power ranking: red is number 1, green is number 2, orange is number 3, and blue is number 4. Now that may seem a little weird to you. Obviously red is number 1. They were the first civilization, and they are the biggest and most prosperous civilization. Green has technically Mesopotamia. Orange, however, is stronger than blue because blue hasn't done jack poop this entire episode. So, yeah, blue has been really just like chill here, and I don't know if that would make them stronger than orange in a way, but in my opinion, it makes them weaker. At least for what's happening here. Just listen to me. Blue is weaker than green, okay? Yeah. But speaking of blue, we're going to see them expand a little bit. They're going to grab this island, and they're going to expand down this way and connect all their colonies. This is a very short separation. This is just a straight, so this will be good for them in the future if they don't fall apart. They're going to do a bit more exploration down here in the Horn of Africa. They're also going to go down this eastern coast a little bit, but they're going to have to stop because it gets a little bit hot. This is where the jungle starts. Like, I think here is the line. Also, they're at the equator right now, right? I think they're at the equator. But they're going to do much more expansion up north over here. They're not jumping over here. I'm just starting over there so that way I can drag it down. But they're going to explore, just like this. And now they'll expand. And honestly, at this point, blue is now stronger than orange. Orange is just a bunch of mountain dudes, you know? But since orange is, like, not so good because they're in mountains, it's not so nice. We're going to see some explorers do the exact same thing as how orange was formed, and they're going to leave orange, and instead they're going to go westward. There's mountains over here, but not up this far north, and also it's pretty easily traversable, I think, like compared to this. But we're going to have the discovery of Europe. I'm not sure where Europe starts, but just Europe is discovered. This little civilization here not civilization just yet, but they will explore all of this. They do find Crete. I'm not sure how they'll find Crete. You can make up a story for that in the comment section. But they also do explore over on this western Turkian coast. What? But they're going to form a nation here. There's little mountains right here. I don't think it's going to affect them too much, though. And we slowly but surely have our Greek Empire showing up. However, these guys aren't going to be Greek for long. Italy. I was signifying how they're going to become Roman soon because, like, Italy. But anyway, they're going to explore further and further and further. And they find Yugoslavia. That's pretty cool. But they're going to expand it just a little bit further. Yeah, I don't know what else they would do. They're going to explore more up this Balkan coast. And they're also going to expand up this Balkan coast. I'm not exactly sure where their capital is, so I'm just not going to place it yet. I think it's over here, but it also could be down here. It wouldn't make sense if it was up here just yet. So, I don't know where it is. It could be here or here. I don't know. The capital of Orange, I believe, was it right over here. And we'll just slap purples right here. If that's not correct, don't yell at me. I'm sorry, I recorded this episode like 2 months ago, and I just decided to re-record it because just lore, okay? So if some of these things, major cities or capitals, just suddenly disappear next episode, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Orange is going to spend a lot of money and build a lot of major cities all along their coastlines, but they're also going to go inland a little bit. I don't know how well this would work out for them. This is like mountains right here. So yeah, we're going to see our trade network expand up north over here, and it's going to go like this a little bit, you know? We have some abstract art going on with these trade routes here. But this trade route will eventually reach all the way over here. I don't know if they could build these this quickly. I don't know. I'm sorry. But now this trade route runs all the way from purple all the way down to the Horn of Africa or Yemen. And I'm going to end the episode off here. I'm sorry if it was a little bad. I'm sorry. Don't accuse me. But this was a re-recorded episode just because I wanted, more lore and stuff. But this is daily upload week, and tomorrow you should be seeing the mini movie for the ancient era, and this will be the episode that is in it. You won't see this outro, though. I know, kind of sucks. But make sure to like, subscribe, comment down any ideas that you have. It's a little bit behind. I can't really do anything for episode 2 because episode 2 is already filmed, and then also all the way up to episode 9. So you're going to have to give me suggestions for episode 10, but at this point, it's already uploaded. So you're going to have to give me suggestions for episode 11. Wait, no, not uploaded. It's going to be recorded and edited and thumbnail made. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys liked this episode or this re-record of an episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya right over here. And we'll just slap purples right here. If that's not correct, don't yell at me. I'm sorry, I recorded this episode like 2 months ago, and I just decided to re-record it because just lore, okay? So if some of these things, major cities or capitals, just suddenly disappear next episode, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Orange is going to spend a lot of money and build a lot of major cities all along their coastlines, but they're also going to go inland a little bit. I don't know how well this would work out for them. This is like mountains right here. So yeah, we're going to see our trade network expand up north over here. And it's going to go like this a little bit, We have some abstract art going on with these trade routes here. But this trade route will eventually reach all the way over here. I don't know if they could build these this quickly. I don't know. I'm sorry. But now this trade route runs all the way from purple all the way down to the Horn of Africa or Yemen. And I'm going to end the episode off here. I'm I'm sorry if it was a little bad. I'm sorry. Don't accuse me. But this was a re-recorded episode just because I wanted, more lore and stuff. But this is daily upload week, and tomorrow you should be seeing the mini movie for the Ancient Era, and this will be the episode that is in it. You won't see this outro though. I know, kind of sucks. But make sure to like, subscribe, comment down any ideas that you have. It's a little bit behind. I can't really do anything for episode 2 because episode 2 is already filmed, and then also all the way up to episode 9. So you're going to have to give me suggestions for episode 10, but at this point, it's already uploaded. So you're going to have to give me suggestions for episode 11. Wait, no, not uploaded. It's going to be recorded and edited and thumbnail made. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys liked this episode or this re-record of an episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.